Well, we also don't have the struggles that they had.
Exactly.
And like their purpose was to get here. Us, we're like, we just want to be happy now.
Yeah.
So we have everything
Yeah.
made for us.
Yeah.
But now we can make more of that happiness for ourselves.
I just sound like gibberish.
Ew! I saw liquid come out of your mouth.
I think a boom chicka pop was kind of stuck in there.
Oh,
you know?
I see.
So I couldn't resist. I couldn't hold it back because.
Okay, you're right. You
You
have
know?
to just kind of like let those things out.
Yeah. Oh, I see it.
Ew! She says, I see. Ew! She put the fucking popcorn kernel on me, bro.
No, it
That's
was
fucking gross.
You won't die. It'll be great. You're gonna do fine.
Well,
starting off hot.
alrighty.
Starting off hot. So I told you I also shared on my Instagram, you guys, but I'm gonna say accidentally.
You accidentally what?
Or like I involuntarily participated in a 10K run. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I think that sounds cool. I involuntarily participated.
Bro, so casual.
In the 10K
Look at you.
run. Yeah,
do you like own hokas or something?
Yeah. Actually, like, I felt like I was able to complete it because I owned the hokas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were just like so light on the feet and like.
They
I was
give
like,
you that
I was
bounce.
like I was like bouncing around.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so how do you accidentally, involuntarily?
Yeah. So I mean, I'll tell you guys more about San Diego because I was there this, a couple weeks ago, this past weekend, whatever. And we got back and, I feel like between us, I'm infamous for shaving off so much time when I'm driving on the freeway.
Dude, yeah.
You guys, I came like from San Diego to Santa Monica, took me less than 2 hours. I think no, but I wasn't driving dangerously. I really wasn't. I got pinky promise.
That's a fucking lie.
No,
you were
no,
probably
no.
going 89 miles per hour.
But who cares if you're going like 80, 90 if like everybody's going 80, 90 with you?
Actually,
you know what I mean?
You're right. San Diego people kind of drive
crazy,
so fast.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you are the danger if you are going slower than the majority.
That's facts.
So I mean, low-key, I think it's like a minor pet peeve of mine when somebody on the freeway, especially, brakes a lot.
Oh yeah,
like I definitely braked less than 5 times the entire drive. Like I'm being so serious. I'm a low-key flex, but like I'm being so serious. And so I don't know. The drive was really fun and entertaining because I sang the entire drive because my boyfriend was busy. So I just like kind of sang to myself the entire hour and like maybe like 45.
What's your go-to? Name one song that you were like, oh, I sung this well.
Oh no, I wasn't singing anything well because the volume was at a 7.
Out of 100?
It was really low because I didn't want to distract him. So I was like, yeah. Like I was like whispering to myself, but I was really feeling it. But I was listening to my Zion T playlist, so it was like
fun.
like it's May. I really like that song, May. Okay, so what was the point? Oh yeah, so we get back so quickly. We have like the whole afternoon to ourselves, and Jay was like, "Do you want to go run with me?" Like this is truly how the convo went. Do you want to go on a run? Sure. All right,
just one more.
Yeah. I thought it was honestly going to be maybe like a neighborhood jog.
Yeah, easy.
We literally drive to like Bel Air. There's this huge hill, and he's trying to motivate me. I didn't even know. I was running, and like I wanted to prove a point, like I'm athletic, like I can do this, like I'm on your level. So I'm like running, and you know me, I feel like I never run with a jacket on.
Oh, right.
Or like but I was wearing like a crew neck and bad choice.
Oh, bro, that's like sweatsuity.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's weighing me down.
Oh my gosh.
But I couldn't give up. So anyways, yeah, that was already a long story in itself, but
wow.
TLDR, I ran 10K.
Dude, I can't wait until you sign up for the marathon.
Yes, which I signed up today for the turkey trot. It'll actually be my first, and I'm a little I feel like I'm being too optimistic with my time again, but I believe in myself. I have a flight to catch at noon, but the marathon is at 8. Or it's not a marathon. It's not a marathon, you guys, because a marathon is like, it's like crazy. It's like 13 miles.
Oh, it's 26.
So I was thinking about half a marathon is 13 miles. And so anyways, it's a 5K. It's 3 miles.
Oh, okay.
So this starts at 8 o'clock. But I have to like stay for the 9:15 raffle because like I feel like I'm gonna win. Yeah, like I feel like I'm gonna win. So I have to stay until 9:15. And then okay, if they really like be lagging in and they don't call my name, I'm gonna stay until 9:45, get home by 10, leave the house by 10:30, hop on my flight. That's the plan.
You're insane.
I can do it.
You're actually insane. It takes 30 minutes to get to the airport. And so
From your house?
No, from your house. And so you're going to get to the airport at 11 and your flight is at 12. So you're going to go through check-in, security, and walking to your gate in under an hour?
Yeah.
You need to check what time they close the gate. So
Catch me on our Instagram.
Catch you get stuck
live.
in LAX on Thanksgiving
Because
Day.
I truly actually have hopped out of a car before and just like ran to my gate during college.
Your entire
after
family,
Thanksgiving
your
break.
entire family is going to be like, Julie, why did we do this? Why did we do this?
But you know what? It's not just going to be me going down because I persuaded my dad to do the turkey trot with me. So if my mom gets mad at me, she'll have to get mad at my dad too. Because it's like the both of us. What the hell?
You guys are both. You guys are the same person.
That's that. And then I have like one last check-in. So I mentioned San Diego, and for some reason, I don't know, like it's such a, I guess people can feel this about Los Angeles, right? Like there's so many restaurants to explore, so many things to do. So every time I go, I swear I'm eating new foods. Like I did not have Oscars. I did not have Tacos El Gordo. Have you had Hodads before?
No.
Bro, the best Hodads? So freaking good.
What is it?
I mean, it's such a classic. It's a burger, but what's that guy's name? Guy Fieri. Like his face is in the middle.
What's that guy's name?
But it was just so funny. Like I have this picture of my boyfriend, and he was wearing, I think he was wearing a polo.
Okay.
But he looked so out of place because it's like a biker vibe. Like
dark bar.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not
okay.
even dark. It's just like very like a tattoo.
Yeah, like Harley
Like
Davidson.
yes,
yeah,
like biker
leather
vibes.
jacket vibe.
Yes,
right,
which
right.
I was dressed very appropriately for because I wore my dachshund leather jacket.
Oh, okay,
So we
okay.
stepped in, and I'm like, I fit the vibe. But here, my boyfriend was like in a like button up polo. So, anyways, Hodad's so delicious. Like even the beer, I think it was the local IPA, so light and just. Actually, it was the strongest beer, but it was light and strong at the same time. It was great. And then other what? Like we had Ironside, and I was like, this is like kind of like TMI, but I was like on my period, and it was the first time I was ever like bawling at a restaurant. But it was just because I was on my period. Like truly. Like we were just talking about regular adulting couple stuff.
Okay.
But anyways, their oysters were fire and their wine was fire. The vibes were fire. I will show you a picture.
Okay.
But the decor behind me, honestly, was a little scary. Like a little bit. It was like dried fish bones, but like the face. So like the fish face dried up.
So
It was kind of
so
like
just
Pirates of the
staring at you?
Caribbean. Yeah, it's like the
Oh.
Pirates of the Caribbean vibe.
I don't know
And
about that.
then the Crack Shack was this chicken sandwich place. So good. Like had a kimchi barbecue sauce.
What?
It was just so good. And just okay, to top all to cherry on top for like all these experiences. I don't know why this weekend we were in San Diego. Everybody was so nice.
San Diegans are pretty nice.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention this place too. Morning Glory. You've heard of it.
Isn't that the stationery? Isn't that the stationery store?
Dude, wow, TBT.
You know what I'm talking
I'm so
about.
sad. They don't have it anymore, right? Like that's not
Yeah,
a thing.
I don't think it's a thing.
No, this place is like super known for like I think it's like a brunch place. Super cute. Totally my vibe. And if you go, you would know why because they have like pink fluffy like tents.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it's so cute, like super cute. But it's funny because it's very hard. Like they don't take reservations, and the wait is always super long. And I went at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and the wait was like 45 minutes.
Oh, God.
And so I get in there, and I'm just like kind of laughing because like,
Okay.
but you go in, and it's all these like older people because they're able to get up earlier. You know, so you would think that such a trendy place would have like younger people, but they can't wake up in time. So like it's like all these like like grandmas and grandpas. Like I was literally surrounded by grandmas and grandpas.
Yeah, it's like a soup plantation crowd. Yeah.
But the food is great, so I can understand why. Like they would, like not that they can't be going to trendy places,
You're not allowed.
But I mean,
Let me see your follower account.
oh, it was so cute. Like I had a French omelet.
Ooh.
Oh no! You know what? I'm gonna start a food podcast.
Yeah, honestly,
it was great. It was so good. And a fluffy souffle pancake. I hope you're hungry after this because, if you live nearby, like I highly recommend you go to all the places I just recommended because.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm planning a San Diego trip, so I will hit you up for all of these recs.
Yes.
Okay. That's so fun.
Yeah, so that was
you getting your health in. You got your food. So balanced. Look at that.
Zen, yin and yang.
Yes.
Great. What about you?
What about this week, guys? Okay, so I don't really go on Facebook, right? And I get a notification that I have been tagged in a post that was posted by Julie Jung in the group Subtle Asian Dating, sad for short. And dude, okay, first of all, let me just say that like I am so embarrassed that people are coming up to me in person and being like, I saw you on Sad. And I was like, oh my god.
Really?
So dude, you weren't at church that day? Everyone was like, I saw you on Sad.
Well, why did they like it?
I think they did.
Why did they comment?
I don't know. I don't really know. I know.
All right, you give me the list. You give me the list.
Okay, Andrew Shin. Taylor Shin. Yeah.
All right. Call them out. Okay. I expect a notification. So and so commented.
Yes. Well, I do want to give you props because the post was great. It was amazing. I feel like it was really well written. Like you put hella effort into that thing.
I really did.
Yeah.
I really did. And then I was like pissed because I wrote it on my notes first and pressed something and all the emojis went away.
Dude, that's so weird.
And like I feel like I'm visual. Like you need those emojis in between to make it more colorful, vibrant, eye-catchy, feely, whatever. So I was like really, really upset. But
yeah. Well, it went up, it got approved, and I've been getting DMs.
Rock on.
Not going to tell you how many, but I will tell you the quality of them. Have been interesting. Example number 1, we get we get a message saying, saw you on Sad, and I just say, LOL, nice. Because what the fuck am I supposed to respond to that? And he goes, I hope you are. And I was like, okay, kind of clever. So I said, LMAO. And he goes, it's a start. And then I didn't respond. And then Sir sends me this. It's gonna play. Oh. Oh my god, guys! I almost sent him a voice memo.
Ooh, my heart. My heart stopped.
I almost sent him a voice memo. That is crazy.
Of you saying that.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Oh my god, I almost had a heart attack. Oh my god.
My heart stopped for a hot second.
Oh my god.
Do you know how to work the
No, I
voice
obviously
memo?
don't. Is it playing?
Is it one of those like...
Yeah, can you hear it?
because this is Race to Your...
Why isn't it playing? It was playing yesterday. Yeah. We need to exit. Abort.
Oops.
So guys, if you did not catch that, in the matter of 3 minutes, I almost recorded what we were saying. And Julie liked his message. So this is great, but oh my god, that was terrifying. He basically is just saying like, hey, what's up?
But like that. Hey, what's up? Like that?
No. It was like,
hey. Hey. That is a meme, is it not? Hey.
So if that can give you a little look into the types of guys who actually shoot their shot from subtle Asian dating, that's all I'm gonna say about it. They all seem like nice people, but just like not my type, maybe. So that's happening.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was a fail. Sorry, that was a fail.
If I had to like categorize it, it's an epic fail.
It's almost like you bought like real estate, but like not good real estate.
Like, I'm not getting my ROI on it.
Exactly. That ROI.
Like, I'm getting offers.
Exactly.
But the offers, like, they're not past asking price. You know what I mean?
I love this. I love this.
They are under asking price by way too much.
Way too much.
As
way
in,
too much.
I'm getting voice memos.
Exactly.
Somebody asked me if I've ever had an experience where I was trying to fit a sandwich into my mouth and it did not fit, and so it hurt the roof of my mouth, and I was like,
Wait, are you serious?
dead ass. So here's my dating life, guys. It's pretty dry. Actually, is it dry? I don't know.
I don't know. I have some surprises.
What you mean?
I have hijacked Hannah's Hinge. She doesn't know it though.
I don't know it.
Yeah, Hannah doesn't know it.
Yeah, I don't know it, guys.
He doesn't know it. And I mean, we'll see. Like, it's like I said, actually, I heard it's like, uncuffing season this year for some odd reason.
Like, people are breaking up. Yeah.
But let's see if I can set up Hannah on these dates.
Yeah.
And figure out if I know her type, or more like if I can get her to go out with the guys that she normally doesn't go for.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I find myself like trying to think like, oh, Hannah likes this, like Hannah likes that, but that's not the point. Like, if I were to pick guys that I knew she would really like, then she would have just done this by herself. But she's having issues. You know what I mean? like I feel like Hannah truly just goes for the bad boys. Like, I don't know why. Like, and maybe they're not like actual bad, but like they look a little bad. You know, like the like neck tattoo type of bad. Like, you know, like in the Hinge, like have a little stogie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like she goes for the like I'm baddie like type of boys.
Like, I dress well.
Yeah, like a small beanie, like the
love a small
oversized
beanie.
with the sneakers
Yeah,
and like
yeah. They probably look at their clothes and they're like, look at that silhouette.
yeah, like a little camera like behind the mirror action, like like I don't know, they're just like that, but
yeah. I
We'll
love
see.
the nap and num jazz.
the Napanam jazz. So
Yeah.
I'll provide updates
Okay.
in later episodes, everybody.
My friend goes on a dating app for me.
Hijack the Hinge.
Hijack the Hinge.
Hijack the Hinge.
Yeah.
Hijack the Hinge for Hannah. Boom!
Those alliterations.
Hijack the Hinge for Hannah. Bam.
Well, we have an amazing episode with Tabi Reyes coming out. Her name is
Yes.
Tabitha Reyes. And yeah, here's our episode.
Yeah.
So guys, today we hear baby, with Tabi. And I met Tabi actually through Instagram. Originally we met because she is an amazing nail artist. If you guys don't already know about her handle is _Tabith Y nails.
Yeah.
Is that not me
Well,
butchering.
damn.
I go Tabith Y. I was like, is that your middle name?
We should have gone over this on the call.
Tabithy. Yes,
Yeah. That was my first ever email address.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, my mom made it for me. Tabitha.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah, I was like, why?
That's
Why?
pretty normal though. Dude, I can't use my first one anywhere I go.
Why?
It was named after Build-A-Bear. So
It's the
my
best.
email was free.
Excuse me? What was your first email?
I can't. It was free.
Can you speak into the mic?
It's too embarrassing. I'm crying. It was okay. Relax. It was furry babies.
You said free babies?
Oh, furry.
Wait.
Furry.
Furry babies. Furry babies. Wait, a furry baby. What is that?
A Build-A-Bear.
Oh.
So Tabithy.
Yeah, so we have Tabi on the podcast today. Tabithy. And yeah, can you just like introduce a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? What are you about? What's your background like?
Yeah, so my name is Tabi. Full name Tabitha, not Tabithy. A lot of people have actually been calling me Tabithy, like when they come in for appointments, and I'm just like,
At least it's not Tabitha. Why?
Tabitha. Right, you're right.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
I grew up in the 626, yay Pasadena.
Okay.
I love Pasadena.
Okay.
626, repping all day.
Yeah.
I went to San Francisco for school to study sociology.
Ooh, okay.
And because I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
Which is so
And-
normal, right? We're
Okay.
what, like 16?
Why do they pressure us to go to school
Yeah.
if we don't know what the hell we want to do?
Yeah.
Just want to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I went to school for sociology, declared it because it was supposed to be like a super broad major,
Right.
That's what everyone says. That's not true, by the
Okay.
way.
Oh, it's not?
No, you can't do shit after unless you want to be like a social worker or a professor.
I see.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to declare like a minor because I was already too far into the sociology game.
Right, right.
And I was like, I'm good at writing. You know, I'm good at writing. So
Aw.
I declared a journalism minor.
Okay.
And I got super into like investigative, like political journalism.
Oh, cool.
That's what I wanted to do initially, but soon realized there's no jobs in that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you have
see,
to
I
like
see.
know someone,
Right.
and I didn't want to let that minor go to waste.
Yeah.
Right.
So obviously I didn't want to do social work, but I ended up going to like a nonprofit and like doing their marketing and like social media stuff. And after that, I got my first job at this like fashion place.
Oh.
And that became, you know, a never ending spiral of copywriting jobs that landed me into my role right now, which is actually at my first ever like workplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with copywriting, like, did your parents like know what that was? Like, were your parents like, oh yeah, totally copywriting?
I mean, they knew what journalism was, right? But copywriting, I feel like they just wanted me to find a job.
Oh.
So they're like, if you're writing, like that's the same thing, right?
Right, right.
Both my parents work in finance.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're not like, you know, super creative in terms of like what they do for work.
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as I was making money, they didn't care.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And growing up, would you say, I mean, you said they were both in the finance background. Was that something they pushed for? What is kind of the industry field that they would kind of mention a lot? Or how did you grow up?
Yeah. So like I said, they're both in finance and they wanted, so I have two other sisters, and they wanted all of us to go into fields that they knew would pay bills. And my eldest sister was actually like doing pre-med. So it was basically like she was paving the way for all of us. Like, this is what we want you to do.
Yeah.
It was always medical field. Like, never heard anything about a lawyer or whatever. But I always knew that I never wanted to do that. Even like when I was in middle school, I made my dad buy me like a camera because I wanted to be a photographer. Or like, I wanted to be a ballerina at one point. So I always wanted to do like something creative.
Yeah.
So
And so I guess like with you being, you know, the older sister, and then you said that you have an eldest sister, so I assume that you're the youngest.
yeah, I'm the baby.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I think it's so interesting because like we only have experiences as the older
You too.
Yeah. Like only older sister vibes because it's like you go like you have to pave the path. And so like
Yeah.
what was your like family dynamic like?
Well, my older sisters are very much older than me. So my eldest sister is like 11 years older than me. And my middle sister is 7 years older than me.
Wow.
So they're pretty much grown by the time I was growing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like I definitely could get away with a lot more than what they did. And I was bullied a lot by them.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it was a really rough start. And like I said, even with my siblings, it was the same with my parents. Like, I learned to love them out of fear rather than respect. So
Interesting.
now that I'm older, I'm just like, I don't know how to act around them. it's weird because we love each other now, but I still don't feel like we're like close, like how I guess you would see normal sisters on TV act, you know?
Yeah.
So,
What is close?
close,
Like your definition.
like, we text every day.
Like that would be what close means to you if you guys texted every day.
Yeah, we like talk a lot, but we don't talk about like sex even. Like I've never talked to my sisters about sex.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even if we like bring it up a little bit, I'm just like, this feels too uncomfortable and I cannot do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talk about like what we like to wear.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? I actually just had a conversation with my oldest sister about like my dreams and aspirations in life. And she was like, you've never talked to me about this. Like, this is really weird. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so right. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So it was weird to open up. But it was nice. But I also felt scared because I was like, oh my God, they're going to judge me.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's something really like vulnerable also to open up about. Yeah.
I mean, but to your siblings, I don't know how this is supposed to work, but
right.
Yeah.
to me, it felt weird.
Yeah. Like it's something that you like hadn't really done before. And the fact that like you guys both recognized it, it was like, oh, whoa, like it's like a step in your relationship. And then can you just kind of expand a little bit more upon what you meant by like you learn to love your parents and like even your siblings out of fear?
Yeah. So I feel like my household was pretty volatile growing up, and there was the way we communicated was through like yelling. And we didn't really spend a lot of time together. Like during dinner, we would not sit at a dinner table. We would like go to each other's rooms or like go to our own rooms and just eat dinner there. So yeah, like there was just not a lot of communication. So I never learned how to properly communicate to my parents or even to my sisters. So now that I'm older, I still feel like I can't talk to my mom or like even my dad. It's like I don't know. It's just so weird because I know that this might be normal for a lot of people too. But then also that's not what you really see like everywhere else, like in media, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a little weird to talk about because I'm just like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You said your sisters are what, 12 years older and 7 years older.
Yeah.
So did it almost kind of feel like you had 3 moms growing up?
Oh no.
Oh. Because my dad has many siblings. He's the youngest of 8. And
oh my God.
Yeah, he has 4 sisters and 3 brothers. And for him, like, okay, to put into perspective, my first aunt's child, which is my cousin, right? My aunt's child, my cousin, is the same age as my dad.
Oh.
So like my dad, like if I see like picture albums, like he's always hanging out with my cousins technically, but my cousins are a lot older than me. So he would just always tell me it felt like obviously my grandma, his mom, just like busy running a farm in Korea, but it was okay because he had 4 moms, almost like his older sisters.
Right.
But I guess that wasn't the case for you.
No. It was like having a mom. My grandma was very much a mom to me. Like my mom always went to work and my grandparents took care of me a lot because my older sisters were like in college by then or like in high school living their life. I feel like I had 2 moms and then 2 bullies.
Damn. They said tough love. Oh, okay.
I mean, we're fine now, but
Yeah.
they have to know.
Yeah.
They have to know.
Oh yeah.
So low-key, I was reminded of you, Hannah.
Yeah.
Right? Like you thought the same, right?
No, literally, because I was also like kind of raised by my grandma. Like she back at home, like I still very much like lived with my grandma my entire life, like both my grandparents. And so I like completely relate to that. But maybe actually I was definitely bullied by my younger sister too.
Your younger sister?
Dude, yeah, she's such a bully. She's so mean.
My younger sister's a bully too.
Oh no. Oh my God.
It's okay. We can all sympathize in that way.
Bond.
Through our trauma.
Yes.
No, my sister was probably traumatized by me too, so we're even.
Yeah. You're just gonna do it back. And then also, just to like touch upon your background really quick, like what is your cultural background?
Yeah, so my mom is full Filipino. She immigrated here from the Philippines, and my dad is actually half Filipino, half Chamorro. He was born in Guam.
Oh wow. Okay. Which is a U.S. territory, right?
Yes, near Hawaii.
Okay.
So I have like a 2-part question. I think they're kind of unrelated, but you mentioned how, right, like your grandma took care of you because your mom would go out to work. Do you think that played a part in you not being able to communicate to your parents?
Yeah, definitely.
And also just with your cultural background. So obviously I'm full Korean, and I know just Koreans in general were, I don't want to like cup us all into like one big category, but they're known, like especially men are known to be super fiery, like prideful. Actually Koreans in general are very
like
loud.
like K rage.
Yeah.
Like Korean rage is
That's a thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
And like, you know, it's hard for not like nowadays parents, I think, but maybe like the generation above, like no emotion, right? Like we're not talking about anything touchy-feely, like nothing like that. So there's that type of like stigma. It's not a stereotype. Those cultural
norms.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are there any in your culture, like Filipino households tend to XYZ, like Filipino parents are XYZ?
Yeah, I feel like, so I have a lot of Asian friends, and I feel like it's pretty similar. I actually have a lot of Korean friends, and it's really similar. So also we take also from like Spanish cultural background, and Filipino men are also very like machismo, you know, so like don't show emotion, you're tough, you know. And that was my grandpa. Like he was the OG like tough badass bro.
Okay.
He was a bro.
He was a bro. He had like 2 Rottweilers.
Oh dang.
Yeah, he was dope. But my grandma's like this super soft little like marshmallow lady. She's so cute. But yeah, that totally. And my grandpa was like hated talking about emotions. Like, I didn't really like to talk. And I feel like he had
necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he also had a very short temper.
Yes.
Very short temper.
Yeah.
Like he liked his things the way he liked them. And my mom is very like that. Like they are the exact same person. And like I said, my grandma was super sweet. So with her helping raise me, I feel like I got a little bit of that. But then with 2 like super aggro people raising me too, I got a little bit of that. So, you know, I'm a good mixture of aggro and not aggro, but
Yeah, it's all about balance.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of both.
And so you being like your mom, I don't know, sometimes people might think, oh, because they're similar, they might get along better. But also I can understand where you don't, because I think my sister and my dad are the same person, but with them being out and about, off at work while your sisters were in school, your grandma having raised you, do you think that's why there's that lack of communication between you and your parents?
Because we didn't see each other pretty much. And also my dad just was not there really. He like left when I was in like the 4th grade and came back when I was in college. So I had like no communication with my dad like whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
And I like barely even know him. So I'm always like, oh, I don't know that guy. But so that's why I consider my grandpa more of like my dad. Like he was always taking me to school like literally every day, like making me soup when I was sick. So I guess he also had like super sweet tendencies, but he always did it with like stealthy, silent, you know, a little bit of like, here's your fucking soup.
Yeah. Like I got put in this role.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So talking with my mom is just so weird because even back then, like I don't even like to ask for stuff. Like I don't like to ask them for like money or like for favors. And I feel like that's the way that my sisters communicated with my family. Like if they needed something,
Like they don't mind.
right, they don't mind. But with me, I was just like, I don't want to ask you for anything. Like I don't want to inconvenience you.
Are you like that?
100%.
Really?
Dude, I always feel like a burden.
Is your little sister like that?
Constantly. No, my sister doesn't know how to fucking Google shit. Like literally, I'm like, she's like, how do I check my grade report? And like, mind you, I'm 2 years out of college. I'm like, okay, you go to this tab and then you go to this website and then you have to log in and then click stars and then download report. Like I'm giving her step-by-step instructions. And I'm like, why can't I ask? Like I literally can't ask for help.
Yeah.
And I only ask because my little sister is like that too, where I think she has a hard time asking my parents for things. I think we've kind of conditioned her to not feel so bad because like I'm just truly honestly for me, like obviously I'm not like here trying to like spend all their money on like my vacation. It'll be more things like investments of like, oh, I really want to take this class because I think it'll help me for
Necessity.
whatever. Yeah.
Right.
And so like I don't mind asking my parents, but my sister has a really hard time, right? And I just think of it as like an investment, like I just said, an investment. Like, okay, like you just like maybe like 1,000, like I want to give you 2,000 when I make it. Like when I make it, like I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting because she has a hard time.
I completely relate.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I just like literally feel like a burden with it. Like that's why I don't like to go shopping with people because I'm like, oh my god, they're waiting for me. You know what I mean? Like I just like don't like to keep people waiting and all of that in general. And so yeah, I very much relate to you.
Yeah.
And so I guess like with all of that, like with your family dynamic, how has it been like in terms of like your career and business, like kind of explaining to them like what you're up to? Because I feel like for me, like that has been like a huge point of like clashing is like me trying to communicate like, hey, I don't want to work like a 9 to 5. Like I don't want to climb the freaking ladder. And I think they are very much not on board with that. I don't know if they ever will be. And so it's been like, dude, like I haven't talked to my parents in a really long time because I'm like, let me find a job. Like, let me find a really well-paying job before I can like go to them. And so how has it been for you? Like, is that something you've been communicating?
Right. So ever since my first job, I feel like they've just been happy that I'm making money on my own, you know, and even now I'm making more than what they were making at my age. Yeah. You know, so they're just like, oh my God, that's so amazing. But of course it's a 9 to 5. It's with a huge company. So that's like public, by the way. So you can buy some stock. Yeah. So they're proud of me. But whenever I talk to them about like me doing nails, it's always like, oh, you know, like, oh, that's just a hobby, right? Like, when are you going to stop that? Or like, are you doing this seriously? Like, what are you really trying to do here? Yeah. And I'm just like, well, I'm not going to be working for someone my whole life because that's just not the judge for me. Like, that's not my gig.
Right.
And yeah, I just never saw that for myself. And seeing how unhappy they are in their lives working in finance, I'm just like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like that. Sorry, no shade, but all the shade because they're very unhappy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. And like seeing a lot of people, like even like my friends' parents, they're not happy working for like the same company for like the past 25 years. You know, so it gets a little tiring, but I feel like our generation is like they like to move on fast from jobs.
Yes. The great resignation.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's so different, right? Like
it is.
A part of me can understand where they probably valued stability over anything to support our families.
Right.
But what's also changed now is that there are more creative, autonomous, like honestly more fun, like not the strict, restrictive 9 to 5 jobs that can make you as much or even more than that 9 to 5 job, right?
Yeah.
You're just working on your own hours. And I just say this so many times now, like, and with having had quarantine, people even more understand that, like, I can squeeze in the grocery run in the middle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because we had a little taste of that, who's going to want to go back to like just strictly in the office 9 to 5?
Yeah. And so, what are their feelings? Like, have they like communicated anything to you?
Yeah. So, and I understand because as immigrants, you want that stability and you want that for your kids.
Right.
Because it was hard. Yeah. You know, they don't want their kids to struggle like they did. But yeah, like you said, like it's like the Instagram, TikTok era. Like we can do whatever the hell we want. Yeah. But yeah, they basically, when I brought this up to them, they're basically like, that's not a good idea. Like, why would you ever even consider doing that? Like, it's not, obviously it's not stable, but like, you have to like depend on other people to get that business. Like, what if you don't get a client or like all of your clients for the week like cancel? You're fucked.
That's so crazy,
right?
Yeah.
But also, like, the pandemic taught us, even if you work for someone else, that shit can happen too.
Yeah.
So
that's so funny that you mentioned that they said if you start your own thing, you have to rely on other people, because I feel like my parents are the complete opposite.
Really?
Of needing to always kiss up to the higher person if you're working for somebody else's business. Right? Like, even if, you know, someday I envision myself being a chief executive someday. But even then, I'm going to be, unless it's my own company, like I'm going to be reporting to the CEO or the board of directors, right? And so I think my mom, because she's worked for somebody, like now she has her own business, but she has worked for other people before, and just like that stress, like you're the boss lady if you have your own business. Like there's, sure, you're going to be stressed because of those clients who cancel last minute or when business is slow, which I've seen my mom go through her ups and downs, but when it's yours, like it's just, the lows are just a little less low, but the highs are like extremely high. And so it's just so funny because my parents were always telling me like, try to have a job where you can have a license so that you can have your own practice. Right. So you hear that term practice a lot in like, you know, like medicine, but you know, you can like get a law degree and like have your own practice in law. Right. Or even like if you want to be an esthetician and open your own spa, like that's all just like licenses that you're getting. So I feel like my parents are always telling me about that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like if I ever have kids, I will not press them to go to a university if they don't know what the hell they want to do.
Right.
Because that just wastes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And especially like when you're 18, I feel like you don't know anything.
You're like not a human yet.
You're not.
Yeah. You're
so like how
definitely
do they even,
subhuman.
how do they even expect you to make a life-changing decision like that that costs like $60,000 a year?
Yeah.
And going up.
Yeah,
So crazy. Yeah. So crazy.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, I don't know. But my parents also like really pushed me to go to school because that's what they thought worked. That's what was basically like sold to them that worked.
Yeah.
You know, as like the American dream. Like you're going to come over here, you're going to go to school, you're going to get a job working for someone else, and you're going to make it.
Right.
Because that's what happened to them. Like they're fine.
Right.
But like, again, they're unhappy.
Yeah. And so I guess like in wanting to start your own business, do you think that that was like informed by seeing your parents like unhappy? Like where did this kind of like stem from, if you could trace it back?
Yeah, so I feel like the idea of starting my own business is fairly new.
Oh.
Just because of the pandemic. Like before that, when I had a job, I was like, I can just move on up from here, you know. I'm just gonna become a manager, you know, become the producer, whatever, I don't know, whatever's higher than a manager, I was gonna be that.
Senior manager.
Yes, senior manager. What's after that?
Super
Director?
senior.
A super senior
director.
Bro, I'm the super senior.
Director, maybe.
Oh, definitely.
That was in my head of like what's making it. And then during the pandemic, when I lost my job, I was like, well, that's not gonna happen anymore because my trajectory to that was cut off. Right. So I was like, well, all of these people on Instagram are like making millions of dollars, like posting like ass shots, you know. So it was fine.
What's that foot one?
Foot fetish stuff?
Yeah, what's that? What's
What
that
foot one?
What
foot one?
The app that people used to make money with, like
OnlyFans?
She thinks it's exclusively feet.
If only.
Only feet.
Only feet. Only feet.
Yeah. So like seeing people do that, I was like, I should just do that. Not specifically like the foot or ass shots, right?
But also, if you do that, all power to you. Teach us.
Yeah. And it works and people are happy because they're making money on their own terms.
Yeah.
And I feel like our generation loves that type of freedom. And now that we have a taste of that, it's hard to not want
it's like
more.
the purpose, right?
Right.
Where the purpose, like we just said, like our parents, it was to feed us and support us. It's like, what is our purpose?
Right.
Like what makes me happy? Like I think we're more aware.
Yeah. But we also don't have the struggles that they had.
Exactly.
And like their purpose was to get here.
Yeah.
To
and just
feed
to
us.
Survive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And us, we're like, we just want to be happy now.
Yeah.
So we have everything made for us.
Yeah.
But now we can make more of that happiness for ourselves. And I like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool.
Yeah. No, definitely. I feel like though I understand like my parents' struggles, especially hearing from my dad, like just how tough it is, and like I can't even imagine like the fact that he's like just telling me these stories, like having to walk to school, and like how I think my dad and like their family fit like 7 other families in the same house. Like it was like crazy things. And so just like hearing about that and then like kind of like reflecting back to myself, like, okay, if it sounds tough, like imagine how tough it is like to live it. Like, though that's a constant reminder, I think that like also reminding yourself to like give yourself grace, because like their struggles are not your struggles, and like problems are relative. Like though their issues may have seemed bigger, like ours are still probably like they still feel that big. And so like trying to like give yourself grace in that.
That I think that's so funny you mentioned that, because I was watching this Korean TV show with my dad, and in Korea right now, like the folk song is very popular, right?
Trot?
Like yeah, in Korean, so it's called trot, right?
Trot.
Trot. It sounded funny saying trot. It sounded like trot. I don't know, trot. But so anyways, they were playing like they were definitely like TikTok songs. Wait.
What?
Like in the background, like during the waiting time, whatever. So I was singing along to it, and my dad was like, "How do you know these songs?" And I bring this up because I was like, "Yeah, Appa, like when you were like 24, the things you had to like the things you had to be up to date with are a lot less than what I have to be up to date with."
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
and I can only imagine when we have like the next generation has to know everything we learned plus what we lived through. Right.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like you just said, they had their own struggles, but like we have our own, because I mean, the current events, and it's just different. It's a different
TikTok dances.
Exactly. Like, you have to know.
Yeah, you have to.
I have to know, or else I can never converse with Hana, because then every time she makes a reference, I'm never gonna understand.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah. No, because
So-
it's information overload.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I enjoy it, but yeah.
But I do actually want to take it back to, so this corporate life. So right now, you said you're working that 9 to 5.
It's been hard because any little bit of work, I'm like, I'm doing too much work.
Yeah.
Just because like I'm not used to doing anything.
Yeah.
So now that I have to write like maybe an email that goes out to like the public every day, I'm like, this is too much. Like, why are we sending an email a day?
Let's go email marketing.
Yeah, email marketing.
No, bro. I had to like I'm just gonna call him out. I'm just call him out. Well, I don't want to unsubscribe, so I had to like lower. I actually do really appreciate when companies do have like send me less like options when you're trying to unsubscribe. So I really had to notch it down with Sephora, because they really be spamming me with those emails.
Yeah.
And so I literally go into my inbox and it's like 300, but it literally out of the 300, the important ones are like maybe 2.
Right.
And then the rest of them are all
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, how many people just delete these? So what do these words actually mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many times can I say like Gucci is glamorous, you know? So
a different let's
right.
find another G
Glamour.
word.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's awful. I don't want to do it anymore. I just don't want to work, pretty much.
Oh my gosh,
Okay,
no. The
okay.
other day I saw a tweet and it was like, anyone got any job offers? And then in parentheses it says easy, LOL. And I was like, yeah, I want an easy job.
Right.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. I just wish it was easier, but also I'm pretty sure this is a super easy job. I'm just lazy.
No, but also I think it's hard, especially like to like kind of like send things out into the void and like not really understand like the purpose of like why you have to do things, or if it feels unnecessary. So I completely relate like to that. Like I think it's really hard when you like can't really see the impact. Yeah.
Well, the beauty of marketing is that they have data and
Oh,
analytics,
yes.
right? And we have like a weekly meeting about it, but open rates are at like 0.3%. So it's like, and that's what I'm saying.
So it's literally the 2 emails. It's her 2
Right.
emails.
That's why I'm like, is this really all necessary? Like, can we just cut back? But
Yeah.
I will say that I'm excited to like put like Lunar New Year instead of Chinese New Year.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like Asian American month instead of like AAPI month. You know what I mean? So like I get to curate that
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
to like what I feel like is appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you need like the diverse perspective. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I feel very fortunate.
Yeah.
I have some power.
Also, I want to say that we as Asian American Pacific Islanders need to come up with a better acronym. What is AAPIHM? What is
Honestly,
that?
it should just be like, if you're only speaking about like Asian people, just use Asian American.
Asian American.
Because like for this whole like AAPI month, it's like, oh, you get a day of hula dancing. you know, but like Pacific Islanders are so broad and diverse within themselves and have such different experiences in America or even on the islands than like an Asian American person would.
I never thought about that. Like who establishes, like, I'm gonna put the Pacific Islanders with the Asian Americans and then it's just gonna be an AAPI.
I studied this in school, because I was very passionate about this. And like, so, okay, let me background story.
I love this.
There was like a hula club in my college, but no one in the hula club was Pacific Islander. Which was very weird. And they were like
other Asian.
Yes. And they would literally like Sharpie on tribal tattoos.
On
themselves.
Oh, because that's a big thing to have your like family.
Right.
It's like, I don't know what the word.
Yeah, it's like a cultural thing, and that's something that you earn.
Yeah.
So it's like very disrespectful.
Wait, but Sharpie?
Or like, body paint.
Yeah.
You know?
What?
Yeah, it was wild. So there was like a group of 5 other Pacific Islanders that I like made friends with, and we like stood outside of their performance and like protested it. Basically shitting on them, right?
Right.
And it was one of the best days of my life. It was so amazing. But yeah, so the whole AAPI thing was like a term for solidarity. Like, because Pacific Islanders are so small in population in the US, I guess like Asian people thought it was cool to be like, oh, we're gonna like stand behind you, so let's come together.
I see.
Right, but it's like doing a lot more harm than good now.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I'm sure they get lost in
like
the mix of everything.
Right.
So.
And like especially with data, so like Pacific Islanders in America are like experiencing more health issues or like socioeconomic issues than Asian Americans in America.
But they don't.
That's not
get
represented
recognized because
in the data. Yeah.
Wow.
Because Asian.
It's so interesting.
That's really cool.
How it can get
like
twisted and jumbled like that.
Right.
Yeah,
but it's so interesting that, well, at least in my school, a lot of specifically Filipino people considered themselves actually like Pacific Islander. Because it's an island in the Pacific, right? But I mean, it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same.
This was great.
This was amazing.
I had so much fun.
I feel like it just kind of flew by.
It did.
It really did. Is there anything you want to leave our Kogis with?
Yes. So if you'd like to book an appointment.
Yes. 10, 2, and 5 on the weekends.
Yeah. If you'd like to book an appointment, go to my Instagram at Tabi Nails. I always post my availability at the end of each month, prioritizing returning clients, and then the week after I do new clients. So if you can,
that's great.
Make an appointment, do it while you can.
Wait, actually though, Tabi is blowing the heck up, and so you need to get in, book your appointments, and become a returning client ASAP
to get that priority.
Dude, I literally every single time you post your stories, I'm like DMing it to my friends, and they're like, I missed it. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, dude, you can't miss it. Like, you literally need notifs on.
It goes away pretty quick. Actually, one of your friends like DM me, and I was just like, sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Just take me, and then my friends, every man for themselves.
Right. No, but a lot of my clients now, they're just like, I'm so happy I got in when I did.
No.
And I'm like, yeah.
Literally, I hope I have reminders on my calendar. I'm like, Tabi dropping appointments.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So, if you go onto Hannah's Instagram, right? Like you have a post with the really funky nails.
Yes.
The different
I think it's the first set you ever did on me.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's the thing is like, I appreciate your creativity, because I'll literally be like, hey, I don't know what I want to do. And like, you'll just freestyle it. And I'm like, I love it. It just every single time.
So Hannah. It's so Hannah.
Yeah. So guys, please go support Tabi. I mean, you guys heard her today. She is just like an amazing person, has so much life experience and like wisdom to share, and so you guys can hear about all of this while getting your nails done.
That's honestly the best, right? Because I'm all about that efficiency. So imagine like like personal care while making a friend, and also hearing about like it just taking in this breath of knowledge.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
She was really a support system when I was going through my breakup. So
Yes.
yeah, let's get this. But other than that, do you have anything you want to leave for the Golgis?
Do I? I don't know. We talked about so many things today.
Yeah.
Everything is about balance and vibes.
Yeah.
But also, like, okay, this, I think maybe it's overplayed a bit, but like communication, like if you don't communicate, you'll just never know.
Yeah.
So even if you do get that rejection or you get the response that you didn't really want to hear, like at least you got that response. It's the same thing when I think about like going for things, trying for things and getting that rejection, that, right? Like, oh, we regret to inform you letter, right? But at least I know I didn't get it because I know, like, at least I tried, right? So I think the same goes for communication. Maybe not 1 month into your new job, but maybe 3 months into your new job.
Maybe.
And you're like dropping some, hey, like, have we thought about blah, blah, blah. And, you know, if it's not a fit, it's not a fit, right? Like, if you share things with your parents and they are giving you negative feedback, well, now you've identified like a potential boundary when you do communicate. So I think that is my big takeaway. Hopefully for you
That's
guys
a really
too.
good one.
Yeah. I guess for me, firstly, just want to say, like, we really appreciate you getting, like, vulnerable with us on this podcast. Because I think, like, a lot of times it's hard to obviously, like, open up. Like, that is, like, something that is not easy to do. And so we really appreciate that. And then also, I guess, like, I just really... The thing I took away the most is, like, the self-awareness you have is amazing. Like the fact that you were able to recognize like how your family communicates and even like how you feel about like being treated by your siblings and all of that. Like I think it's really important to like kind of look back on like those experiences and like see how we've grown. And so I think that's what it is.
Yes. Tabitha,
Thanks.
Bro, I
so
was
sorry.
dying
I
in
was
the
so
beginning.
Is that what you
sorry.
thought too?
No.
You didn't think Tabitha why?
I also just like really like I just like read things badly. Like I hope you know that
No,
there
it's
was
okay.
no.
She was trying to be optimistic. I read things badly.
Okay, wait. Okay, if I can make a confession,
Yes.
there was one time that we were doing like in class. This is 5th grade. We're doing like reading, right? And like every person has to take a paragraph. And I was like looking at the paragraph that I had, like I counted, right?
Yeah.
To like practice it, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know how to pronounce this word. And I go, "Okay, it's definitely crooked. It's definitely
No. Oh my god.
It was crooked."
Yeah.
So I'm a bad reader.
No,
It's okay.
there was this one kid in the 7th grade. I'll never forget. I think we were reading Anne Frank, and he read the word determined.
Okay.
Dietermine.
Dear mine?
Dietermine.
Oh, Dietermine.
Dietermine.
Oh.
Dude, the fact that you don't forget that.
Dude, I was like, no, yeah, I had to stop myself from laughing because like once I start laughing, like I feel like I laugh for a very long time. Like I'll think about it and I laugh for a very long time because it's so funny to me. And I remember there was like I think sometime in high school, like, and even in college, I was trying to tell a friend because this kind of conversation, like, pops up once in a while, and I'm like, bro, but there was this one word and I couldn't remember it. So when I do remember it, I'm like, I can't forget it. So it happened to me a couple times where I did forget it, and that's why I'm like, I can never forget the word, and it was Dietermine, and I'm never ever gonna forget it. So
I love that. I actually have a story too. So, when I was in college, I took French, and you know how like when you're learning a new language, you have to read like passages. Oh my gosh. So you guys, instead of saying voila, I said viola. And literally everyone laughed so hard. And the professor was even like, can you read? And it's like a small word, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at it quickly, it looks like viola.
Yeah, it does.
So I was like, don't even.
Don't come for me.
Right. Because I was like, don't even. Right? But I heard that when you're really young and you learn how to read, your brain, like when you're older, your brain just moves so fast that you're looking at the words so fast.
Yes.
Oh, that makes
Which,
sense.
like, you speak more than one language?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Nothing came from viola? Just kidding. Also, I just want to say respect to all the violists out there, because I played viola and it was a very underrated instrument.
It is.
No, it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I wanted to shout it out. That was the thing, right?
That was the goal.
At the Cafe, there was the viola.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Can you tell that she took French?
Right.
Yeah, like
She started showing off. She started saying, oui, oui.
yeah, oui, un croissant, s'il vous plaît. Yeah,
That's all I know.
viola,
Viola. I was so embarrassed that day. Oh my gosh.
And then I don't know if you've ever made it to the end of one of our podcasts, but we all choose a tune, hold it, do either an atrocious.
No, sometimes it works out.
Exactly. Sometimes it's harmonious and sometimes it's atrocious. I'm just being honest here.
Yeah.
And so let's find out what today is. On the count of 3, are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Have you seen Pitch Perfect? Yes. I'll just imagine me going,
Should we do Oz today? Let's do Oz today.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
oh shit. Sorry, we did the same thing.
It's okay.
All right, third time's a
Okay,
charm.
sorry.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Voila.